Guess we could put like Naruto double S.
Yeah, he's a goat. You know?
go.
Well,
Right
this
here.
is the fake Darui guy, right? We're just acting really.
No, this is Darui, man.
Yeah, Dara is like a C or B. I'd say C though.
Yeah, same. I'll put him C for now. I think all the Kages are like C. I'm not gonna lie.
They were just like okay. They're like
just there.
They're alright. They're nothing crazy.
Yeah. I think he's underrated
he's
as hell.
Yeah, he's definitely like an.
He's at.
I think he's
S.
A.
S.
He thinks
A.
S.
Yeah,
I think he's A.
he's
I
one of
think
the most-
S.
He has one of the most depths out of all Boruto
Yeah,
villains.
That
he
is
did
true.
Have,
Like I'm making a video on him right now. He goes an S.
Yeah, I think he's
100%.
criminally underrated among Boruto characters.
Definitely.
Since he's like an
He did have an
underlying,
impact.
since he's an underlying to like the car inners, he's not taken that
Yeah.
seriously. But his
Many
motivation and stuff is like pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm. Many people don't
He
really
the only one who
understand
caught
him
a body
either.
suit.
Like, they're like, they don't really understand
Yeah,
like
he.
the whole
Yeah, he
thing where he
Yeah.
says that like, oh, Katasuke saved him, but then he goes around and says Kara saved him. People seem to hate Al because he like Katasuke is the one who technically saved him, but they didn't save him internally like Kara did. So that's like kind of the dilemma there.
also, he killed Mugino as well, right?
I'm about to say he's the only one who caught a body. Nobody caught a body but Al.
All right, let's keep on. Mitsuki. He's like B
Mitsuki?
or
I would
A.
love
He's an
I'd say
A.
A.
I'm not gonna
Let me
lie,
see.
like Mitsuki's a good character, but he's been kind of
Recently,
stagnant.
he's been a C.
He's
You-
been. I'll put him in B. Like I think he's good, but like the story hasn't done much with him. Unfortunately, the manga
Yeah, they
hasn't
did a
focused
lot
on
with him in the
him.
beginning.
Like the
Like,
anime,
he
they gave him
is-
that arc, but that was like 3 years ago. It's been a minute since he's done a lot,
Yeah.
or like when the story's like focused on him. I guess the last thing he's done story-wise was contribute during the Boro fight, which he did come in clutch in, but he hasn't done that much. He's a good character, just the story hasn't done much with him.
His character has just unfortunately not been like he hasn't progressed at all since that arc, to be honest. He hasn't progressed in power. In the car actuation arc, he didn't get anything new, unlike Boruto and Sarada. So he's just been completely sidelined. He got no development in that arc at all. So he's really been stagnant for many years now. So you can't put him any higher than B at
What
this
about the
point.
deeper arc though?
He's just been sidelined. He
What about
didn't
the
get
Deepa arc?
anything in the Deepa arc. He just
He went
lost.
Sage
He didn't.
mode.
He didn't learn anything from that though.
He
I
didn't
mean,
really
it's
grow.
just
It was
Sage
just
mode.
yeah, it was just like
That was
power
a
up.
Boruto and Sarada thing. He got sidelined yet again. And he's being
So
sidelined even
third
more
wheel.
after Kawaki's being introduced, so
Yeah.
hopefully he gets more in the future. As
Yeah.
of right now, I think he should be in B.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets more shit. Boruto,
Yeah, definitely.
I think double S in my opinion. How do you
Yeah,
feel
he's
about that?
definitely
Yeah,
grown a
100%.
lot.
He has all the character development. That's
Wait,
why.
is it Boro?
Yeah, double S. I don't think
Okay.
there's any discussion about that. Boro, how do you guys feel about him? Because I think the anime did his character a lot of justice with the cult stuff. I personally believe he's like B tier.
I liked him in that
Yeah.
manga a lot more. I'm not even.
I really think
Oh,
the
really?
Kages could beat him.
Yeah.
Like in my opinion, I found him incredibly bland in the manga because he was just there for one fight. Whereas like in the anime, they like added like the whole cult
Yeah, they
stuff.
fleshed out his character. Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
I like that part, like how he worshipped the Otsutsuki, how he believed in Ishiki, like oh they killed
How he
Momoshiki and
manipulated
Kishiki.
people.
Yeah, I really like that. So yeah, I think he's
I
B.
agree.
Yeah,
I wish they went deeper into it, but it was a nice little added depth to his character.
Yeah.
and I liked how they referenced it again later in the manga when Code went to get Ida and Damon. They did reference Boro's code. But next Code. I'm not gonna
Oh my
lie.
gosh, D.
He could be an S if they do him correctly, but as of right now, he's like a C. He hasn't
Yeah,
done
I
anything.
agree. Like we know his goals, we know his motivations, but he hasn't done much in the plot. Obviously, he's given us some good fights, but he's been on the losing end. He hasn't done much for his character, I guess, but once he gets his limiters removed, hopefully the writers turn up with what he wants to accomplish, such as like feeding Bart to the Ten Tails, harvesting a chocolate fruit, etc., etc.
Even with what little backstory that we got in him, which is not much at all, it just kind of fell short for me. We already knew that he didn't like Kawaki. That was hinted in the anime. Distaste for Kawaki. All that thing did was just show us a scene of him hating Kawaki. We didn't learn anything from it. So any of that added depth that we got from that scene, it was already there regardless. So it was just there for no reason. We need more added depth for Code. As of right now, he's just a blank canvas. We need to know why he likes Ishiki so much, how he came to the conclusion that he was a god.
Weird for real.
Because I think it is just, we can't reason with Code right now and his goals. We can't rationalize it because we don't know why he came to this conclusion. Once
I'm
we
sorry.
do, you can follow his character easier and be more invested.
I'm sorry, but if Code gets his limiters removed and he still loses, he's garbage.
You took my tweet. No, that's Izagi's comment on my stream.
I would agree with that if only like he'd be like a trash villain, but if they do give him like a backstory after that, then make him a better character. Like, I don't think that he needs to be a good villain, as long as he's like a good character.
Yeah,
Those
It's
are-
ironic.
I think we do need a backstory with Code though.
Like Boro, even like how you mentioned with Boro, like they added to him the reason why he obsessed over the Osuskis and he had his own cult and stuff. They didn't give Code nothing extra at all. Like Code is just like copy and paste from the manga.
I mean, we
Yeah.
haven't gotten to that point in the anime yet, so I feel like they could add some
That's true.
added
That's
backstory. Like, for example, Kawaki's backstory. Maybe the manga will go more in depth with that as well. We don't know if
Yeah,
they
that's
can do something
Out
like
of
that.
every character
Yeah.
in Boruto, I think that he needs the most backstory.
He does.
He needs a backstory out of any villain so far, in my personal opinion.
I agree.
He's been so irrelevant. I forgot
Yeah, I
that he's
agree.
only been,
And
like,
it's a backstory that can be done without revealing too much about, let's say, it's Sasuke.
The Kawaki, I think he's double S. In my opinion, this is just for me. I think he's the best character in Boruto. He's
Same
definitely
here.
top.
Saved Boruto, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely saved
I'm not gonna
anime.
cap, like, this guy literally elevated the series. He brought in the whole Otsutsuki lore, scientific technology, Kara. He basically brought in so much tension with all these villains, brought so much exciting stuff to Boruto. Like,
From manga and
The atmosphere too.
But for me, as of recently, he's kind of fallen short for a while.
With that
because
obsession?
Armor's still taking off.
that obsession, it's like for like 4 chapters, he said nothing but for Lord 7. I'm doing this for Lord 7.
yeah,
Getting your ASS beat your whole life by G Ganon and you come to somebody's house and they feeding you warm food and stuff like that, I can understand.
yeah.
For me, it was mainly like a dialogue thing that was annoying me.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of the same dialogue over and over again.
Yeah, I feel
They-
that. I understand. Because he does
And
repeat a
I-
lot of the
Amado,
things.
even Amado stated that like he's starting to worship Naruto, like kind of how like Code worships the Asuskis. Though Amado even brought that up, so it's kind of like relevant in the show as well that he's kind of obsessing over.
Even
Naruto.
making decisions that he wouldn't normally
Yeah.
make by like what he was doing was very irrational. He didn't think about it. Code literally didn't even accept his offer, so he kind of went there for nothing. He caused a lot of collateral damage because of the decision that he decided to make. So it's this free fall for Kawaki. Depending where they go with this, he could become an even better character.
It adds more depth to his character since he's never really experienced love before, so he just wants to cling to it and wants to make sure like he doesn't lose that feeling. That's why he acts that way. But I hope they go more in depth with that because, as you said, Saran, he's definitely been repeating the same lines over and over again. Like, for Lord 7th, I'll do it for Lord 7th. I love Lord 7th, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully they go more in depth with that on why he feels that way. I hope we get some more dialogue, and that'll be a lot more clear on why he acts and feels that way, you know?
They definitely were trying to do the whole Kawaki Code thing, as you notice, like Code would repeat his
His
he would
goals.
say his motivation, and then Kawaki would say his later on. And they're both repeating over and over again. They're trying to play off that way.
Yeah. All right.
Sarada,
Yeah, let's move on to Sarada. For me, I think she's the same tier as Mitsuki.
same, yeah.
I think she's B.
But like slightly better because she gets more, I guess.
Yeah, that is true. She might be A, bottom of A.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
No, she's better than Bor. She's better than Bor. No, put her an A.
She's got a lot of moments, as we see in like the tuning exams and the fight against Boro, for example. But at least manga-wise, she hasn't really gotten anything. I just feel like the manga they haven't been doing anything with her. So hopefully they do a lot more with her character because I feel like there's a lot of missing potential that could be unraveled, especially in the future.
Finding out that your uncle murdered your entire race, that's epic.
Yeah.
If we were going based off of the manga, like Sarada and Mitsuki are like D. Unfortunately, like they just
It's a
don't do
mix.
anything.
It's a
They
mix.
don't do it.
Like
Darn
Mitsuki's
thing.
Mitsuki's definitely a D.
Oh,
Like
definitely
he
in manga.
actually does nothing. But like this is like anime and manga, so
All right, so moving on, we got the GOAT Sasuke, double S.
D. He doesn't do anything.
S. No Rinnegan, out of chakra all the time. Just sucks.
Oh,
No, I'm
No,
joking.
like I'm being for
Sasuke
real.
is
No,
cool.
B.
Sasuke is cool.
No, we have to put
B?
in no. If we're going based
Yeah,
on
let's be
character
serious here.
in Boruto,
Let's give him S.
S?
I'm
if
a
we're
Sasuke
going
fan.
off of
I will
Boruto,
not go, but I will not put him below S.
Guy,
Like,
we're talking about
the
a guy
development
who
hasn't
is-
really progressed much for Sasuke
Wait, hold on. But
since
we're
then.
talking about a guy that tried to kill if you want to call Sakura like his best friend, I mean, I know that's his wife, but you're talking about somebody who was going to kill his two best friends, and then down the line couldn't even take out his best friend's son, the same best friend that he was trying to kill.
And on top of
the problem is,
and on
that
top of that,
taken over by Inosuke.
that development didn't happen in Boruto. We're just seeing the end results of his final development from Naruto Shippuden.
That's fine.
We're not seeing the inner monologue of how Sasuke's truly feeling from it. Where it's not any deeper than just, this is his final. This is where he is now.
I
it's
mean,
like,
we're not gonna
this is
count
the
like.
open book.
I mean, we're not gonna act like he's given us a lot of great moments, right? Like that conversation with Naruto in the time travel arc, that whole training arc with Sarada, like him giving the headband to Boruto multiple times, stuff like that. I find those are some of my favorite moments in Boruto. So like,
I would agree.
I can't put
that's a lot.
Yeah, I can't put him less than S. Like that's doing him dirty. Like nah, man. Like okay, maybe he's not double S, but he's definitely an S. Like come on.
Yeah. I see what someone's saying.
Like, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but like
very lenient. But I mean that's fine.
Yeah. Chojuro.
That's my favorite character, and I couldn't
see.
D, he's the worst Kage.
Nah, he's C. All the Kages are C. They're all right. They're all right, man.
Wait, actually, if he fights in this new Boruto arc, he might be like, yo, if he fights that one, that could be sick.
He's ready for war, bro.
That
like,
could be
he's on
sick.
top of the ship. He's like, yo, y'all not gonna win. Come on.
Actually, put him above the Tsuchikage. At least he wins against his At least he wins against his threats.
She also got folded by
what's his name? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, she let her entire village be taken over.
Oh yeah, she sucks. She's the worst Kage.
Surprised,
yeah, she's ass, bro. Nah, move her to ass.
Put her in D. I forgot about that.
Oh my god.
Totoro is defending his village against a war on the front lines. He's doing his thing.
Truly
and he's
tragic.
Yo,
Okay.
Totoro, best Kage.
Alright, let's keep going. Kashin Koji, for me, I think he's A. Or possibly S.
I give him S.
I loved Kashin Koji, man. I love that whole,
Koji,
like,
bro.
if you were reading the Boruto manga monthly before his reveal, all those theories that were leading up to him being a Jiraiya clone
there was a
were
lot
crazy. And on top of
I
that, the
remember
way
I think
he...
it's gone now, though.
Yeah, I mean, he got destroyed later on, but I mean, the way they built him up, especially when he, like, betrayed Jigen, that was just amazing. And especially when he got revealed and like Ishiki was like, you're just like Jiraiya, you're fated to die like him, and he escaped that fate of being a loser, dying like that. I think that's pretty dope.
Being like a tool.
Yeah. And
That's cool. I like that
and
stuff.
he pushed that scientific technology, that whole theme ahead, just like Al did.
I don't like him being like a type of like spy Batman-ish kind of character.
Yeah.
Like they added that kind of element to him to the anime. I like that. I enjoyed that a lot.
Man, Kashin Koji was just so cool.
I loved him.
I can't wait for them to bring him back.
I just wish like there's only like one thing that would have made it slightly better for me. Actually, like largely better is like if we got an explanation as to how he got cloned.
Yeah.
I feel like that was very needed.
Definitely.
Because as of right now, he's like walking
Well, maybe
contrivance.
we will get that. But like if he comes back into the anime or the manga in some type of way, and Naruto actually like finds out like, yo, this is my old sensei, I think he would he'll try to fight some answers out of.
I think it was only like they didn't explain it, so like they can add like mystery to a model. Like how did he do this? How did he do that?
Yeah.
I think it's all gonna be explained down the line. If it doesn't,
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because I
Definitely
think it's needed because it's just like it's really weird. Because like Jiraiya's body was fully desiccated.
Did a model have like a submarine? Just just
where would he like gotten from? Unless they hint towards it in the I don't know. It's just Orochimaru maybe, but that seems unlikely.
Big body Delta.
Yeah. Next we got Delta. I mean, her character is just power. She's just power scaling at the end of the day. So.
I think she's C.
She's like a big bitch though, so like I'll give her a B, bro. She's like a bratty rich girl kind of that. I'll
put her in C. She's all right. Like
she's no better than the Kage.
Yeah. Next.
Wait.
This is a
code at the top. Put code at the top of.
Okay.
Kage.
There we go. This is a power scaling tier list, so like this is repeats. We'll just skip them.
Well, that's Momoshiki right there.
Well, there's another version of Momoshiki. There's like multiple versions. Yeah, we'll get to him later.
Kinshiki just power. He's like
DC. I thought
he didn't annoy me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even
didn't
say
get
lines.
time to.
He didn't say much.
Barely
He
any
just
lines.
fought. Like that's it. But
he didn't
I like.
He was
First,
just
like,
on
2 whole
game.
sentences.
Well, his fight against Sasuke was better than Delta's fight against
Easily.
Naruto. Like
People still
Far
want
better.
That
to
shit
Man,
was
that
so
fight should have
underrated.
been longer, man. What should have
they cut that fight
No,
from the
it's-
movie. Like in the anime version, they like cut it in half.
Well, Sasuke ran out of chocolate.
It's because like in the manga it was cut in half, so they just adapted it from the manga.
All right, where do we put Ishiki though?
Ishiki.
S
I put him
tier.
S. Oh, okay.
Wait,
I don't think
this is
Ishiki had
writing
enough
wise, though.
development though.
he's not better than L.
I don't
in my
think
I don't
he
think
opinion.
he's better than Jigen as a character. Like,
Well,
he didn't
they're the
have
same
enough
character.
development.
Well, they're
I
the same.
know, I
thing.
understand,
Yeah.
but to me, they're like different at the same time.
I guess you're talking
though,
about screen time because Ishiki went out so
Mhm.
fast. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Man, the way Ishiki went out really does lower him, in my opinion.
He got stomped.
That was
literally.
so sad.
No, that was
man.
satisfying as hell. He deserved that.
It was.
It was satisfying for Kawaki. I don't think that
but
was
for, like,
satisfying
Ishiki,
for him.
like, damn, he went out like that.
But I
Like,
like that they
I-
didn't
yeah.
try to ass pull it, where like they give Kawaki like a not needed power up or something like that from.
I now have your power.
You know, like
I'm
they
gonna
did it
stop
the
you
old
now.
ninja way. You know what I'm saying? Like the finding deception behind the deception.
Well, I
went
like-
back to the old ninja way.
Yeah, I liked how he like went out because he was one of those people who's like F the Shinobi world, forget about that. He never liked their tactics and how they fought. So like the way he went out was by someone who he trained and they used ninjutsu against him. So I think that's like thematically cool because like at least when it comes to the themes of Boruto, some of the villains especially they tend to push away stuff like ninjutsu. So seeing a person that he trained and he basically taught how to use the power of karma, for example, to see him use like ninjutsu, something that Ishiki
Something
hated himself,
inferior.
and that killed him in the end. I think that was pretty cool.
You know what? Maybe I don't hate it as much. As
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, he kind of convinced me.
Oh, let's keep going. Gara next. What would you
Best
put him?
Kage, he's like
That's here.
C.
S? I'll put
He
him.
said best Kage he see.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
He's the only one
especially in
who
the
had
Boruto era,
balls
like-
to ask Naruto, "Are you going to kill your son? Do you have a heart
Yeah.
to kill your son?"
Yeah. Alright,
So I'll
so
at least give my boy a B. Come on.
B?
No, that's not.
Alright. Bottom of B?
I mean, it just fits in his character
that's
always.
just like
It's just-
that's just a character saying something.
He just hasn't done
Yeah.
that much. Like, he's just there
Yeah,
for
Like,
fun.
we
Follow
can't
Kage's
give
haven't, yeah.
characters
Except
like
Naruto.
props just for saying something.
Yeah. I mean, next we got Kakashi. What do we put
Kakashi,
him?
like a B.
Top of C because like he does some really cool stuff with like the Genin thing, like a
And he
Genin
trained
And he
Boruto.
trained
Genin
Boruto.
graduation stuff.
Even in the Kara arc, he trained Boruto. I put him B
Yeah.
in my opinion. He helped him
I'ma
during like
put him
the
B
Wind Style
be-
Rasengan.
Because like that whole talk that he had with like the Shinobi and like the Genin graduation arc, that was dope.
Yeah, that was
that
amazing.
was really dope. And he like really told Boruto this is how the Shinobi world is. If you don't break your arm, you're not getting out. Like that was
fire.
some heat. That
And
was
Yeah,
some
it's like
heat.
to see
yeah,
what
that was
Boruto
heat.
did now, like recently. Like,
Yeah, now
it's
he's
great
willing to
development.
sacrifice his life.
Yeah. His
Maybe
teachings
he
worked.
wouldn't have gotten that far without Kakashi's help. So
I
Yeah.
really hope we see more of him in the future.
Next we got Momoshiki. I have him in S. I
D,
Yeah,
love-
same.
Wait, what?
Did you just say D?
Yeah, let's put him in
No.
S, guys. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
okay.
he's
weaker than Kaguya.
Yeah, I have him in S. I just love him like as a character.
Yeah,
like
especially like the other element he adds. Like he adds the suspense to Boruto. Like, you know, will he do something when he goes in Borashiki form? It's
Yeah.
it's great.
I
Yeah.
don't think he's better than Ishiki, but like I'm fine with him being there.
I enjoy him more than Ishiki. I love when he comes out and
Mhm.
like controls Boruto's body and just starts wrecking havoc. I love that.
Especially recent chapters.
But for
Recent
me,
chapters?
in my
Oh my
opinion, that's just
God.
kind of like him doing things. Like
But I love that. Like I just love the damage he creates. Like that chaos he brings is so exciting. Stuff like that is just like it brings me more into the manga. I get excited to read something like that. Boruto was having trouble with like the whole karma dilemma. Like for example, there would be episodes where there was that one episode where Boruto refused to sleep because he was afraid that
220?
Momoshiki would awaken.
Scared.
Stuff like that is dark as hell, man. And you know
She
that
brought a dark.
I just wish that they
Yeah.
go deeper into it, not just brush over it. Like in the manga, if you only read the manga, don't watch the anime, man, that whole dilemma that we're mentioning right now, that doesn't exist.
that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
like it's
220 doesn't
completely
exist.
gone.
That whole episode doesn't exist in the manga.
It's
like
like
Naruto like confronting
Boruto
his
doesn't
kid.
have that internal conflict with his karma. It's mentioned a couple times, but he doesn't think about it. We don't know what it's doing to him mentally. We're seeing the end results of like him having to deal with this, but we're not dealing with like the mid results, which is like him processing the fact that this is what's happening to him. We're just dealing with now he's willing to kill
What's
himself
happening.
because of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
We need more nuance to this. We need to see him struggle. Otherwise it just feels like a thing that is just happening to him.
As a character, I mean, he has the high top black Air Forces, bro. Like he brings that demonic aspect back to Boruto that we actually needed, bro. Like every time he pops up, you know some shit's about to happen.
Yo, and he stabs Sasuke's Rinnegan, bro. Like,
I was just
Exactly.
about to
oh
say,
my
Come
god.
on.
I just
It
needed
was so
to
bad.
Like payback
Yeah.
at that because
Happy.
Sasuke stabbed out his Rinnegan first, and he was like, "Yo, you still remember this shit?"
It
Yeah.
should have been Ishiki to do it.
Sakura next.
Sakura.
She's like a B.
She's like a B. Like a B. Like a B.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
I'm-
kind of
They didn't
serves the
do
same
nothing with her,
purpose
really.
as Kakashi.
Now it's dope how like with her character, at least like every time she's on screen, she actually like has a lot of impact. I don't know, like
Yeah.
when I was watching Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, there'll be a lot of scenes with her where I'll be like, get out of here,
Yeah,
man.
she was
Like
just like
it's annoying as
Yeah,
hell.
killer.
But like when I see her in Boruto, I just love seeing her presence. Like she's such a good mom. She trained Sarada. That spar with Sarada was amazing. Obviously her fight with
Yeah,
Shin.
definitely.
I love
She
stuff
tried
like that, you know.
Like I actually
Yeah.
want
Made
to
that-
see
made that a
more
little
of
bit
her in
longer.
the series.
yeah.
We
I-
did
I-
that
Like
better.
in Naruto Shippuden, it was just like, you're cool. I want to see more of you. Just not if you're gonna do this.
yeah. Alright, next Shikamaru. I'm not gonna lie, he's beats here. Or maybe
He
A.
give
was
him A,
he was
bro.
like C for a while, but like
After
man,
the latest
I think
chapter,
that's fair.
yeah, I'm not
after
gonna
this
lie.
chapter,
The latest
he's an
chapter
A.
saved him. I'm not gonna
He's
cap.
an A. He's an
Everyone,
A.
was
He was
yeah,
great.
so
everyone was
Chapter.
calling him stupid
tier.
and dumb. Like, nah, man. Last chapter, he
Everyone was
proved his worth.
roasting his ass.
I was
He
never.
didn't have a plan anymore.
Yo,
man.
he's
That
dumb.
was
They nerfed his
cool.
But now
IQ.
now
They
he's,
nerfed
like,
him,
Big brain
like-
again.
Yo,
Yeah.
it got so bad. People needed to come up with these really weird, contrived conspiracy theories that Amada was controlling him like a puppet.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
was like,
when
man.
nanotechnology and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh
was
my
like, man,
God.
what y'all are saying is so dumb.
I'm so glad they showed that last chapter because the people
Man.
who were complaining that Shikamaru's IQ was nerfed can now shut up. Like, I was
Dang,
never
he's
never
gone.
like that.
Brain again.
You know, I wasn't on that wave. You know, I always believed in my boy. I just that the story didn't do much with him, but at least when it came to last chapter, I'm glad that they did that with him.
I wanted to believe.
I'm so
in my
happy.
boy.
Yeah, I'm so happy they did that for him.
Yeah.
Next we got Kaguya. I mean, ass,
Like
straight
this.
ass.
Yeah.
I don't know. On a real though,
No.
she's like
put
a
her higher.
C.
Put her higher.
She's
She's
like a
like
C.
B. She's like
C.
B. I just
stuff
found
like
like her
that.
like fear against like her clan, her wanting to find peace, but her being ultimately corrupted by her
Yeah.
own power.
Next we got Victor. I think Victor's criminally underrated.
Yeah, I think he is too.
He might be an A. I ain't gonna cop. He
Put
was
him an A. He's
he
not
was-
that bad. Why do people hate him so
because
much?
he was really entertaining in the car activation arc. Those fights with like Mugino and Konohamaru, and then when he fought Orochimaru, stuff like that
Man,
was cool.
Those fights should have been like full episodes. Just
Yeah.
with the that would have been so sick. Like he went up against Orochimaru was like low key
he
playing.
bo- yeah, he bodied him.
was.
He
But like
destroyed him.
that fight was longer than what we saw. I wish we saw the whole thing.
And
Because that would have been so dope.
And I liked his motivation to create that god tree out of like Hashirama cells. I think that was dope. Even though it was a bootleg one and Jigen laughed at him. I think it was pretty cool.
And like I don't think him losing to Kashin Koji is like that big of a
No,
deal
it
because
wasn't.
It's like
It wasn't.
he was literally dying.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't like even walk. He was dying. He just had a seizure the episode before.
And it's also cool, like, he was one of, like, he was trying to kidnap Kawaki.
Orochimaru
Yeah, what do you play Orochimaru? He's like B.
B. He
Yeah.
doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Shin ass. I'm sorry, Shin was garbage. He's ass.
Dang, I just came in. I said, all I heard was Shin ass.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Bootleg Uchiha, like
Most D.
I feel like he's ass, but I'll put him D. I mean, at least with Gaiden, he brought together like the Uchiha family, so I guess you can count that as well. But he wasn't enjoyable at all as a villain. Like I didn't find him enjoyable.
Aw.
No,
Like,
that's true. I didn't
He
find
would
him.
go higher if like his Shin clones ended up doing something, but they didn't. So it's just like whatever.
Yeah. Next we got Fadoramu, aka
Oh,
Ass,
I wish Gara was here.
aka the ass
No,
character.
Guys, I like
wish Gaara was
Konohamaru,
here.
but I would never say that he's
Delete.
treated
There
well
we
in
go.
Boruto.
There we go. That's it.
Like, I would take
Afro.
him off to tier list. That's how badly I think he's treated.
Yeah, he.
No,
that's why we gave him
actually,
delete.
take him off to tier list.
Now
Don't
he's in
even put
delete
him
tier.
on
He's
there.
he's in delete tier. Like he's not even
Okay.
in the tier list. Don't worry about it.
Screw you guys.
I feel bad for
Ruining my
Konohamaru's
play.
voice actor.
No, like I love Konohamaru so much. I just rewatched that Konohamaru and Tamari fight. I got goosebumps and chills.
Oh,
Oh, that fight
man.
was fire though.
Yeah, that
There
fight
was,
was
a
dope.
teeny- there was
Konohamaru's
like a
voice actor
tiny little
takes
tear coming
I'll
out
say.
my eye, man. I loved it.
Yeah, I
What do we
definitely
put
love
Sai?
I was like, this is my boy.
Konohamaru.
But at
Yeah,
least in Boruto, what has he done? Has he done that much?
I
or
mean,
what?
he's done like with.
I put him in
Inu
C
Jin.
in my opinion. Like he isn't. He's
Well,
alright.
He hasn't done
Yeah.
any less than Shikamaru.
Isn't he, like,
See Sai
triple-
going on the
Delete it.
missions with like Sasuke.
Oh, actually
to
no,
the
that's
ring.
true. I forget about that. No, he's B. He's B. My bad. Cause he went on the mission with Sasuke, the mission with Konohamaru, stuff like that. That actually is pretty important. Yeah, B tier. Actually, I wouldn't put him above Boro though.
See, but look, you forgot that he was in those episodes. So how much impact did he really have on those episodes if you forgot?
I don't know how you forget
think it's
that.
because,
I don't
like,
know how you
well,
would
it's like
forget
2 in the morning, man.
157,
I mean, it's like 2 in the morning.
You can't forget 157, but you kind of forgot that he
That
was
was
in
sick.
it, bro.
Next we got Ida. I really like her, but she hasn't done that much.
After this chapter, she's elevated.
She's
She's
no
like
better
B.
than Code to me. She's just whatever.
I think
She
she's
got
B.
wet from.
She's
I like how she's pulling the strings with Code and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
me
like,
too.
Mm-hmm.
But last but not least, Damon. He's just a powerhouse.
I like him more than
He's just
Ada,
there,
to be
bro.
honest. He's just like an
I
adorable
think the
kid.
one line I like from him was like when
He's
he
just
Code brought him
adorable.
out.
He's like an
"Are you gonna
adorable
kill somebody?"
kid, man. He's
He's
like,
annoying
so,
as
so
hell. Nah,
cute.
he's not cute. He's annoying, bro.
Yes, he is.
This man
like,
just screams all the
no-
time. Do you see how he's with
no,
Code
no,
and
no,
stuff?
no,
Nah,
come on.
man.
Like, guys, look, guys, I'm gonna fight for this. Let me explain.
I'm gonna
cute.
keep it real, Saran. All that you just said, I'm gonna cut that out. So don't worry about it.
Do it for him. Bro.
Sauces,
Probably should.
But
Mhm.
he's been all right. You know, I like his ability. I think
Yeah.
his ability is like probably the most
just don't
broken
think we-
ability in the
I
entire
just
series.
want a way to get around it. I just hope we get that soon.
Yeah, I feel that. But yeah, that's the tier list. Make sure you like and subscribe and peace.